A bit of background would seem fitting before I begin. I used to live in a very small two-story house with my mother some years back. We had been lucky to be able to rent it from a friend of my mother. The small house had been used for laundry a couple of 100 years ago but was now renovated into a small guesthouse with a tiny kitchen, a small bathroom where you always made sure not to shower too long, and upstairs was split up into 2 bedrooms. The whole property contained 2 separate garages, a big house which the property owner lived in, and another large building now used as a funeral parlor. Everything but the garages has been there since around 1600, and the 2 largest houses has been used for a variety of purposes: a pub, a school, living quarters for teachers. I don't know all the history of this place though, and after all I'm here to tell you about my own experience. First of all, I've never experienced sleep paralysis as much as I did in this place. One night it seemed to never end. I woke up in a panic because someone was there. I never felt it touching me, nor did I see it, though it was rather the presence of a man. I soon realized I couldn't move when I tried to, neither could I open my mouth and speak, which made everything so much more frightening. Somehow I managed to wake myself up by my attempts to call for my mother, who was sleeping a half wall away from me, realized it was a dream, and went back to sleep. The exact same thing happened, apart from the presence seeming to have come closer. Still couldn't see anyone, but believe me, I was terrified. It had been a dream, so, what was going on? Managed to wake up once again but had trouble calming myself down, somehow fell into slumber again. Yes, you've guessed it, it happened again. It's hard to describe the feeling of confusion along with terror. I was sure I was conscious. How could it only be a dream when it didn't stop? When what was a threat to me seemed to come closer every time I fell asleep. I woke up again, crying quietly now. My eyelids felt as if they had lead pulling them down over my eyes, sending me back to sleep. I didn't want to fall asleep again, I couldn't handle it. I was tired out of my mind. At the same time I fought my body not to go back to sleep again, whispering, not again, to myself. At some point I managed to push myself into moving and, judge me all you want, I went to sleep in my mother's bed. I know I fell into the paralysis several times more, but I was way too tired at the time to remember about it now. I even started wondering if I had become possessed by something. I've been telling myself it was only sleep paralysis, but, thinking back, I'm not too sure. You see, I experienced it other nights too, but thank God, not as bad as that night. And, ever since moving away from that house I've been free from it, at least the presence. Has anyone else experienced sleep paralysis that seemed to be linked with a specific place? I have more to share from my time living there, but I'll tell you at another time, not to make this post too messy. Thanks.